When I was a little boy, that's all I could ever think of, having a ball at my feet and kicking the ball against the wall.
I think it's our national sport, and I think it unites people on Saturday afternoons across the whole nation.
It's all I suppose I've ever enjoyed. I've never known to enjoy anything more than football.
Grassroots football is the lowest, most elementary form of the game. It can range from playing youth football to playing Sunday League. After England's recent failures in major tournaments such as the World Cup in 2010 and 2014, the state of grassroots football in this country has been questioned. Are we learning from our mistakes? Are we on the rise or demise? Everybody has to start somewhere. Even those who have reached the highest of levels remember the days where they first laced up a pair of boots.
Better than it was when I was a kid. There's a lot more opportunities for younger players. It's very difficult to win a World Cup or Euro Championships. I think this is probably the best chance you've ever got with the lads that are available at the moment. I'm not sure we've got a football ethos. I think the main thing England's got is when you watch the Premier League, how fast it is, how hard it is to play and how difficult it is. I think we need to take that into the England team. So maybe we need to concentrate a bit on more finding an ethos. But it is difficult. These top teams, the Spains, the Germanys, have been doing it for years. So it's something that the grassroots will have to concentrate on. So we have a culture of football coming through.
It's getting a lot better. Again, probably gets a bit of a bad rap. We only probably hear the negative stuff that happens. I'm involved in it every day, every week. We had the Youth Development Review, which came out in 2010-11 time, which was to restructure the game at grassroots level. A lot of people went out to Spain, Germany, Holland to go and find out what they do with the kids, especially at grassroots. So that probably brought about some of the changes around 5v5, 7v7, 9v9, 11v11, smaller goals, smaller footballs.
Crewe FC Vipers are a Cheshire-based under-11s football team. Steve Parker runs the side during the week and on weekends.
So Crewe FC is a grassroots amateur football club. It's run primarily from volunteers, FA Level 1, Level 2 coaches, and first team players, one of which I used to be. When I was younger, coaching always used to be stand in a line, play to one of your parents, and then have a shot, and you know, for 3 minutes you'd be doing 10 seconds of work. Now, change is massive. A lot more emphasis on the development of players' technical ability. Really trying to focus on performance more than anything else, and get them to a stage where they can go on and progress in football. We always place an emphasis on possession. We always place an emphasis on high work rate, but above all, we place emphasis on performance. You know, we never talk to them about winning. You have to bear in mind they're 10. Who cares? But for us, getting them to take things that they've learned in training, trying expressing themselves and showing their techniques throughout everything that they do, is fundamental to what we're trying to do with them as a group.
And if they're good enough, then some of these kids may find themselves playing here at the Cumberland Arena, home of the Crewe FC first team.
Nothing outside for me. Be famous.
Historically, as kids will work between 4, 5 and 6 years old, probably till they're 16, and then there's a massive drop off, and here it's not really what we want to do. We want players to stay with us and come to us when they're 5 and 6 years old, to play in our teams from they're 8 years old, and then they go through the age groups, hopefully staying with us and getting into the first team. It is about playing football in the right way, so it's about getting the ball on the floor, it's about the kids enjoying themselves, it's about playing, I suppose, football that the purists would enjoy more than anything else, but we're teaching the kids to play the right way, and then at the end of it, when they are 16, 17 and 18, we're looking at things and saying, look, you don't need to drop out of football now and go and look anywhere else. There's a first team here for you that are playing at a good standard, that want to play the right way because the philosophy is developed from the first team and below. And kids should find then it's a natural progression with us. You know, it's not about reinventing the wheel, it's about giving them a chance to play, a chance to enjoy the game, and then a chance to go as far as they can with it, really, you know.
And someone who has reached those high levels is England Youth International, Max Clayton.
I made my debut for England at under 16, so I was 15. I'd say that every age group was similar. It didn't really change when you moved up. Nothing. You always had an ethos of way of playing. if you can, pressing as a team, shifting over, leaving no gaps, being hard to play against. When you're younger, it is slightly different in the academies, but when you get to kind of the 8, 9 years old, when you actually formally go into the academy under 9s, then you're working with the likes of like Dario Gradi, who's a great coach, and you're learning more technical stuff, and there is a philosophy there with when I was at Crewe, whereas I suppose in grassroots football it's more about, I suppose, having fun and being with your friends.
Clayton is one of many young talents produced by Crewe Alexandra. So what exactly is their secret when it comes to youth development?
I think it's consistency over the years. I think the coaching has sort of filtered down for years and years and years. Obviously started with Dario at the top, obviously he's the master, he's the best. All the coaches that are at the club now, all but one I think, have been in the academy themselves, so they've come through the system, so they know the way it works. So really when they've made that transition from player to coach, it's been pretty swift really, because they know the club the way the club works. I don't know what ethos they've got at the moment, England. I think Roy Hodgson's sort of got this ethos now of pressing, and I think if England can sort of recycle that all the way down the age groups and start where they have everyone pressing, I think by the time they get to the first team, then I think they'll be well drilled in what the manager wants them to do.
We're not far off, I don't think, where we need to be. We just have to give it time to happen.
You know, we place a real importance and a real emphasis on getting them to play football the right way, developing their technique. Results will come from that.
The improvement since I was a kid to now is massive, and there's just greater facilities, and the better facilities are, the easier it is for lads to come through.
I do think that things will improve and we will be a force again, hopefully, in my lifetime. Yeah.